Now we'll discuss the effect of each of the tastes on the body. What are the functions of these tastes? Sweet taste. Sweet taste is a kapha increasing taste. The functions are building, strengthening, complexion, hair growth, healing, vital energy, voice, and it is also a galactagogue. Galactagogue means it helps in increasing the production of milk in the mother. Next is the sour taste. Sour taste increases kapha as well as pitta. It is nourishing, purgative. Purgative means it causes laxation, it produces loose stools, and externally it is cold to touch. That means a sour substance when applied on the skin will be cooling, but internally when taken inside it is heating. So that is the specific quality of sour taste. Next is the salty taste. Salty taste is kapha and pitta increasing. It causes digestion, it brings about unctuousness, that is an oily nature. Salt has got an oily nature, so it promotes the oiliness of the skin. It produces perspiration, so therefore the sweating is controlled by the salty taste. That means people who have too much of sweating should decrease the salt content in their diet, which will help them to decrease this problem. Next is the pungent taste. The pungent taste is pitta and vata increasing. What are the functions? Pungent is carminative, that means it expels gas. So people who have problem with accumulation of gas can be recommended to increase the intake of pungent taste. It is digestive, it is an appetizer, cleansing, drying, especially wounds. If somebody tends to have wounds which are oozing, pus filled wounds, it is recommended to take pungent taste. Pungent herbs are used to clean these wounds. So this, because pungent taste has got a cleaning and drying property. Pungent is also disintegrating. That means if there is any mass, a tumor or a fibroid, any solid mass accumulated in the body, or there is cholesterol in the blood vessels, this particular taste is disintegrating. It breaks into pieces all those different masses. So therefore these are the kind of foods, these are the kind of herbs that are specifically used in the treatment of tumors and other accumulated masses and cholesterol to reduce cholesterol in the body. Next is the bitter taste. Bitter is vata increasing taste. Bitter taste is cleansing. It cleans all the toxins in the body, it cleans the tongue, it improves the appetite. In fact, it improves the perception of all the different tastes. By taking bitter taste, one will be able to more clearly perceive all the other tastes of the different type of foods. Bitter is also cooling, cleansing, drying, and scraping. Scraping means if there is any, again we can take the example of cholesterol. If there is something, some kind of cholesterol which is accumulated inside the blood vessels, bitter taste will go in and it will scrape away. If there is any accumulation of toxins in the different channels of the body, the bitter taste will go in and it will scrape away all those toxins, all those unwanted things, and expel it out of the body. That is the special property of the bitter taste. That is the function. Now the last one is astringent taste, which is vata decreasing. Astringent is a very special taste which is composed of air and earth. It is vata decreasing. The functions of astringent taste are: it is squeezing, it is cooling, healing, and it reduces moisture. So you can see from these functions that these are the functions that are ideally required for wound healing. So we have completed the discussion on the 6 different tastes which form the fundamental background, the fundamental basis for the discussion of Ayurvedic nutrition. We have discussed about the effects that they have on the doshas of the body, We also discussed their various functions, what effects they have on the body. One very important thing to remember is these tastes are not individually found in isolation in nature. Usually you find all these tastes in combinations in nature. So there may be foods which have got sweet, sour and salty taste. There is one particular taste which may be predominant, but there will also be the presence of other tastes which are accompanying the predominant taste, and they will also have a certain function to perform in the body. So we have to consider, whenever we consider nutrition, we have to consider nutrition in the form of combination of tastes. And Ayurveda describes there are 63 different combinations that are possible. If you take the 6 different tastes and begin to put them in all possible combinations, you can come up with 63 different combinations. And the food that has the maximum number of tastes, say for example a food has sweet, sour, salty, pungent, bitter, 4 or 5 different tastes, such kind of foods are considered to be very rich, very strengthening, having a lot of qualities, able to perform a lot of functions, rejuvenating foods in the body. They can actually be called Ayurvedically as superfoods in Ayurveda. And example for this kind of food is amalaki. Indian gooseberry is a kind of is a example of a fruit which has got 5 different tastes, all the tastes except the salty taste. So amalaki has sweet, sour, pungent, bitter and astringent taste. And since it has all these 5 tastes, it has the ability to perform the function of all these 5 tastes. So in some way or the other, it will keep on balancing something or the other in the body.